Marie, and I'm in the gazebo, and I got yet another wonderful idea that I think will be beautiful in the gazebo. So let's talk about it. So yes, y'all. Yeah, I don't know why I look so sleepy, but I mean I haven't been getting my 8 hours, but it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. And you know what? Here I realize I really have to go to bed at a certain time because once the sun comes up and all the sounds of nature and all this other stuff start happening, there's no way you're gonna sleep in late. So basically, if you don't go to bed about, I'm gonna say 9 p.m. So you go wake up at 5. 5 will get you before the sun comes up, and then you can still get your 8 hours. I've noticed that because if I don't get my 8 hours, I look really like I don't get my 8 hours. Yeah, and I've been eating a lot of nuts, and nuts is probably a little harder on my digestion, so my liver or my kidneys may be working a little harder. Anyway, small stuff, right? Yeah, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. So, I got an idea for the garden. So the Tyler came today, but I understand what you were saying was I should create another level for this platform so that my plants will have like height and dimension. So I told him to stop because I love the idea, but I want to be pretty strategic in doing it. Because my question is, and y'all can chime in, am I going to lose actual space by doing that? So what do I mean? So I have to be very specific about how I put the next level, because if it's going to be in the middle, right, I'm going to have my plants are going to have to actually either fit here and also fit here. I don't want to put it and then I lose space that I could have put it on flat. In other words, if it's flat, you can stuff stiff, you can put things into the cranny, you can put plants into the nooks and the crannies of the space. But once I level it, put another level, then it's going to make me have to make sure that that level can actually hold the plant. So I got to kind of think about. It's almost like I don't feel like I got to think about what plants are going to go on top, which also is kind of difficult because I don't have all my plants here, so I don't know, and I want to make sure it's enough. So I got to be strategic when I do it. So let's just say what I would do is I would think about my biggest plant, my widest pot, because it's really about the pot. And that if that making sure that pot don't come off the edge, making sure that pot don't come off the edge, making sure that just different things that the pot doesn't come off the edge of the higher platform, that it doesn't also allow that it doesn't not fit on the bottom lower part of the platform. This is going to be lower. There's going to be another one that's going to be the higher. It made me think about that. It's like, wait, I actually got to think about this, because if I do it wrong, I lose space where this plant might not fit because of the pot, and this plant might not fit because now the level is there. So it's got to fit. So anyway, I definitely want to do it. I think it's getting a little too much sun. I definitely want to do it. I just want to make sure I measure. And like I said, go for the widest pot. It's really the widest pot because it's about coming this way. So going for the widest pot and then measuring that. And then also where that would be on the top, measuring the lower one and making sure the same wider pot can actually go on there. Because I'm going to have to be so specific. And like I said, I actually got plants that I actually have at the Accra. So now it really makes me think. Now, let's say I don't know if I'm going to get. Okay, I'm so sorry for those. I hope that you. Okay, I'm so sorry for those. I hope that you're still here. So yeah, so I feel like I really, really, really have to think about this other level. That am I losing space by doing it? And also, is it going to be realistic for the plants to actually fit on them? So I would love to, if whoever's going to watch the replay, let me know about that, because I feel like I need my plants to know I don't want to lose space. I don't want to build a platform and then this is too big and it falls off. You feel me? So I'm going to have to do some measuring. And then my other plants, they're in those plastic, they're in my other plants in the crop, all of them, not all of them, yeah, all of them, no, I do have some with pots, but they're not, but they're in this. But I want to repot them. So I'll have to see what that will look like if I repot them, I got to see what that would look like. Because if I repot them, if I put them in the pots that I do, I have 3 pots in Accra that I could repot 3 of the plants. And if I do that, they all wouldn't fit on here anyway. But I just want to make sure I'm not losing space. That's a big thing for me right now. So we'll see. So anyway, everything's off because the Tyler came and then I told him I wanted the platform to go to a level, and I think it will be really beautiful. So I'm not mad at it. I love the idea. I just want to realize that wow, this little kind of gardening, landscaping type stuff, it's a thing, isn't it? It's a thing. All right, y'all. Another thing that I had an idea and I thought how beautiful it would be. You know, it would be nice. I don't even know what you call it, and I got to think about how much in do I want it to be. But I think it would be nice to build, it's not like a fence, but like, I want to say like a trellis, but it's not a trellis either. It's more on that trellis level where Ratty can do it. So let's think about this. It would be open, so it would be wide. So we have the bamboo, but actually, I got another thing. It would be using this side, put another bamboo right here, put the bamboo across here, and another bamboo. So it's almost like a entrance way, like a kind of like a separation. A separation, like so you're walking into the garden under the trellis. I guess they call it a trellis. And then I can put a creeping plant that goes through it. So it's open here, still open here, and it's kind of here and then here. So it's just like a separating trellis that would allow me to put my creeping plants, they say here, trailing plants. And I think that would be so beautiful. And I might even do the passion fruit, though I might take it down a little bit, we'll see. But, or another kind of plant, the pothos or a plant like that. I think that would be such a beautiful feature. It's almost like a separation. Because I said that this is my food portion, right? And that this here is my plant portion. And I don't necessarily have to start that trellis gate right where this starts. I could play with it a little bit and do it here, but then remember, I forgot I got to get my furniture. So I'll have it built after the furniture is done. Then I think I'll have a better placement. I probably will just put it here. I probably will just put it here. But yeah, I'm very concerned about the platform and the fitting of that plants will actually be able to fit on it. You know, because I don't want to lose. So I'm just gonna have to, like I said, it's gonna have to be some measuring, and I can see that. I'm like, why is this space here? What is this space? And about animals was in here. Kind of like a broken heart, broken heart, broken heart. So thank you, Michael. So I gotta water these. No, they still wet from the rain, so that'll be good. So yeah, this is my lemongrass, and it's my leaf of life, and see the bugs is eating them. And this is, I don't know what this one's called, but it does so well. This one's doing excellently as well. This one has nothing in it, but I'll put something in there. Mustard. Oh, okay, I had a bottle of water out here. Didn't know. This one is the leaf of life. Like I said, it got burned by some chemicals, but it is. Look at all the new ones growing. Many on the bottom. So I just need to take some time. Maybe I'll just do that today. Just take some time to cut off the burnt pieces and care for the plant, but it's great. Look at the flowering boko boko. Look, it's looking beautiful. I transplanted it. This is the plant that I transplanted. I took from the ground and put it in a pot. And this one too is standing up straight. This is the butterfly blue, but they are being so reckless. Never have guys move your stuff. Sorry, guys. Beautiful. This is the ZZ. And then this one is a new addition to the family. This is one that my neighbor gave me. It's going to be beautiful. It has the most beautiful flowers. And I replanted it, so it's looking good. It's going to be great. This one looked like I transplanted. This one looked like it's not going to make it, but I'm telling y'all, I've seen it here where you think it's not going to make it. Oh, we'll do the stuff. So thank you, Sandy Lumter. Thank you so much, Michael. Yes, our precious thank you. So I'm going to pray for this one. I've seen it happen. I've seen them go look just like this because, they've been transplanted and they will come back to life. So I'm banking on it. And I still got to add. So I'm going to do some garden work today just with the plants, just pruning or cutting or talking to them, loving on them. And then, oh yeah, and this is actually the scallions or the green onions. I put them in this way, but they took to the ground very, very nice. They took to the ground very, very nice. And I'm gonna cut them, and it's gonna be beautiful. I'm gonna cut those the dry pieces today. I just wanted to take root, so I think everything will be just amazing, really amazing. So, hey Felicia, I had a tomato plant, but tomato plants are. I think they're a hard one, aren't they? I think they're a hard one. Listen, you know what, y'all? Let me get my chair, and let's have a garden talk. Oh, y'all, we gonna get this chair right. Just making sure. There we go. Every time I sit on this, I feel like I gotta think about it. Gotta make sure it's stable. Because it's not stable, child. So, yeah, so what have you grown in your area that you felt it worked? I do feel like that gardening it seems to be trial and error. And when something works, you stick with it, right? Something doesn't, if you want to spend the money and try again, you can work. So yeah, I'm doing my best, like especially with the food, because I don't know how this kale is going to turn out. I have no idea. I'm not sure if it's going to turn out at all, but I'm willing. I'm willing to do it. If not, there's something like I said. I'm pretty sure I know spinach grows pretty well here, so I'm just kind of going back and forth with remembering what seedlings that I had before that didn't work, and remembering the ones that actually did, and then still taking chances with something new. So yeah, still taking chances with something new. So, and hey, Felicia, I think my husband overwatered. Oh, well, that could happen. That could happen. So yeah, yeah. But I love being near the green. I love it. I'm loving the plants, and I know that I'm gonna love the food, Felicia. When I get to the food portion, oh my God, I'm gonna love it. But yeah, overwatering. I think that's what I like here. But you still gotta be careful, at least in the rainy season. Now I don't know about when dry season comes, that one's going to be on me to water it. But I love that the rainy season, um, it just like it knows what to do, the climate. So if the plants get a lot more, it gets enough water where you don't have to keep watering. It's the dry season where it takes commitment because now you got to supply the water. That makes it so much more interesting. That's gonna be good. And then this is gonna be the first time that I'm staying up here and I'm not going back and forth. So I think I'll do good. But like I said, I could overwater too. You know what I'm saying? Because I haven't had that problem. Because my thing is probably underwatering, but overwatering is a real thing. So. And I think I heard that the tomato plants do need a lot of water, but like I said, you could hear all these things that are true, but what does that mean, right? A lot of water, because like you said, you could overwater. It's so much to learn, don't you think? And I feel like gardening is like a metaphor for life. You try it, it may work, it may not. And if it doesn't work, you learn from it. If it does work, well, you gain experience and you can repeat it and do it again. But gardening is so necessary. I feel like the next thing too that I need, I was thinking about like my garden and how do I incorporate probably over and over again the four elements, which is air, fire, water, and earth, right? Air, fire, water, and earth. How do I do that? And I was thinking a wonderful water feature would be lovely. But I'm not sure I understand water features. I know you can buy one that's electric in some of the home stores. This is one here called Malcolm. And they're kind of not, they're very, I don't think they're that great quality as the one that I would like to most like build with stones or something. Let me tell you. So, I mean, it's electric, and then it doesn't really have the sound because it's not very strong. And I've had the smaller electric water fountains that you buy from the home stores in the States, but I had the really small ones. They would break after a week, you know. And I understand that those are just recycling the water you put in, which is great. I wonder how does that work with a nicer, bigger fountain? Because I was watching this woman, it was called, it's only a few videos on the channel, but it's called African Gardens, something like the African Gardens. Maybe African Gardens and Homes, but it's definitely African Gardens. She showed this architect house in the Cape Coast Central region and how he did so many beautiful water features using, of course, pots, like clay pots, ceramic pots, and a lot of that. And I've always wanted to know when you have a water feature in your garden, like the bigger structural stone ones. Where's that water coming from? Is it coming from the house? Because if it's coming from the house, like I gotta find out and talk to the plumber. Like, is it coming from the house? You know, like where is it coming from? Like I really want to know. So, okay, y'all, we're gonna go for a while, even though it's beautiful out here. I feel like I need to drink some water. I had a workout today, y'all. It was a workout, okay? A workout. So just kind of feeling it. And you know, you could just think about the garden too. Because Felicia, it seems like you're doing, are you focusing on food, or are you also, so is it a food garden or is it a mixture of plants and food? Because I was thinking about, I feel like you can get lost in the garden. So like you could start really going off, you know? And maybe in my case, even doing a little too much. I'm trying not to do too much, you know? So, but yeah, it's fun, it's exciting, it's beautiful, it's lovely, and it's a joy. It's a joy. It really is. It tells me, like I said, it's something else to do. It's another form of designing. Like I said, especially like I said, the garden itself. It's a wonderful form of designing, and I really, really like that. I love that, as a matter of fact. And I feel like I'm challenging myself, you know, and I love that. I love that, especially the challenging of myself. So, yeah, life is good, y'all. But anyway, I'm not going to stay too long. I got to make a call, and I will come back, and I will see you all later. Love you. Peace and blessings.